Howdy YouTube. We had some very special visitors. Doug and Mindy from PEI are here.
Ah, Scott, you're priceless, buddy. You are. You's a funny guy. Hey, are you gonna stick around to help me with this? Like, you're gonna cancel your flight?
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that.
No!
Could be expensive.
That's not gonna happen. Okay, how about fly back, get me the part, and bring it back? That's an option.
Well, you know, the U.S. mail overnight priority, or you can ship.
I'd rather see you, buddy.
You can ship up to 70 pounds for $16.99 or something like that.
70 pounds. Okay, how am I gonna release this without it dropping and getting oil and heat and everything else that goes with it?
You don't want an oil bath, a hot oil bath?
It's fucking hot too.
Maybe.
Just drop it in.
Maybe you let it cool off first.
Yeah, but then I might use the air.
Then you can.
You're not videoing this.
You could tighten it back up.
This just reminds me of when we were on the roof together.
It's priceless.
Oh my gosh, you just love setting me up, don't you?
What I was gonna say is, you could let it cool off overnight, and then just fire it up briefly, right, in the morning.
What's that, Chris? Just through the front window of the through the driver's window.
Oh, you're getting it. Look at that, just coming straight down.
Yep.
Well, that's nice. Mine kind of shoots out at an angle, and it sucks because you have to like guesstimate the trajectory.
Yeah, I know there's more than 8 gallons in this.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What happens if we fill this up?
No sign of slowing down there, buddy.
I know.
No sign of slowing down there, is there?
No. It's like water.
Yeah, you might want to get ready to put that plug back in. You didn't drop it in the pan, did you? Or the bucket?
I dropped it in the bucket.
Did you really?
I pulled a Scott.
I hang on to my oil plugs.
It's filling up.
Yeah, I think you're in jeopardy.
You think?
Yeah, you're gonna overfill it.
How full is this? How big is this bucket?
I think it was 11 gallons.
11 gallons to the brim.
Well, how can we do that then? How can it be too much?
You don't have 11 gallons of oil here with you, buddy. Better hope that slows down. It is slowing down now, isn't it? Yeah, there you go.
I had too much oil in it.
Let's did you check your drain plug? How's it look? You got a magnet on there?
That's fine. I don't need any more surprises.
You're gonna, if there's shavings, you're just gonna ignore.
I'm just gonna clean it off and say, well done.
Does it have a spin-on oil filter, or is it a cartridge?
Spin on.
We're wondering what's making this hell of a odd noise. Go ahead and spin it and rock it there.
So it appears the fan clutch is complete. It's really, really noisy. The bearings are gone. That fan clutch isn't supported really at all. It's a matter of fan clutch, but that part, is it something that might be just loose or? fan. You need to write that number down. This is an MCI number.
I didn't get it on video, but yeah, we got that out of there.
Leave it on there until he takes a quick look.
We're looking for a part number on this hub. We know it's a Horton.
Take a picture. We need a part number.
Okay. That looks like a date.
Yeah, it's 19. It's the year of the bus. The bus.
Nasty.
That started yesterday.
Looks like this is a clutch here too. Maybe.
It's cracked on the bottom
cracked.
too.
Cracked and broke. But we don't have a part number.
It's broken. Yep.
Spin that a little bit more. Slow. Yeah. You see
Right
the cracks on the bottom there.
Send that picture to. Oh, we got no number.
Oh, what is that? About a 1 1/8, maybe?
Yeah.
We probably got that.
Oh, I probably got it there too.
Cool.
Yeah.
See the threads come around here and just come right on up. Right up. Hallelujah.
They're gonna lift off. We're gonna need a puller.
It ain't.
It's coming.
Snug.
Is it?
It's coming now. You got some movement out of it.
Really?
It's a little bit higher than it
I
was.
didn't see any movement there.
We need to support it.
No, I didn't see any movement there at all. And what about this here? What about this here?
I don't think those are involved. I think those are part of the fan blades.
Well,
maybe.
you know what? I think that. Oh, that is separate from the part that's broken. Be on the.
There's some threads here. Where did I see
Need
it?
some good
There.
light going in. Where?
Right
Yeah,
there.
there's one. Yep.
Okay, there's one. Okay, just leave that sit and let's come over here.
Where's the next screw?
Here, right there. Right here.
Next.
Gonna be here. Nope.
Can't see.
That's it.
Here.
Yeah. You want me to hit it?
I need really good light to see.
Yep.
I'm
I know. I get it here
blind.
because I'm right in a light. Let me see. And besides that, I can hit it from here, being that into the hole itself. We don't want a lot. There we go.
I like a lot.
And the shank is, I mean, there's only so much thread in there too, eh? Interesting. Okay, so what's, okay, there's another one here.
Got something to put them in?
I don't want to doubling up our containers here.
Here.
I want to keep the fly. Yeah, that's better.
Oh, look, there's more.
Totally different.
Those are extra crusty down inside. So that's not doing much there, is it? It's just
it's
like
all
a
broke.
cooling fan or something?
It's all shattered.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, you are. Okay, so we need a bigger one now.
Yes.
Right, Chris? Is that the ideal? You'll be here with me helping me.
Is that all of them?
It's all of them.
Okay. Is it going to lift off, or are you going to have to press it apart?
This way so it doesn't fall on the ground.
Yeah, let me hit it. I'm left-handed.
Southpaw.
Clutch maybe sees to it on the outside.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's some place we can introduce some PV, like maybe down in here.
Maybe is that sealed? Because is that pressed off?
Is there a gasket space in there?
That's the bearing right there. From there to here. No. There's a spacer right there, thrust washer. I don't know if that's the shaft right there or the...
Looks like the bearing is right here to me.
Yeah, I think so,
But it's
this may be a space. Yeah, it is.
okay. Yeah. Because we want.
Okay, hang on before we do that. You want to spray that out?
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit. Yep.
You get out of there.
Well, keep
All
going.
right.
Just go around that. Go around.
What's that?
It's a spacer. Just take it down flush.
Yeah, we got it.
Where's the socket? Where's the socket? There it is.
Well, this wasn't it, but
It's moving.
is it?
I think so.
What's moving? Is the center moving out, or is the? I didn't see any movement
No,
on
I
the
don't see it.
top part.
Well, it looks like that's drop. Was that flush there? I thought that was flush right there. Here, I got another hammer. Hang on to that.
This bearing is in there.
That bearing stayed in the housing, but what is loose? What is the wobbly part? What part of this is wobbly?
It's off. Chris, we got it off.
We got it. Is it this part out here? We were trying to figure out which part of this was wobbling on the shaft. That sounds bad.
Yeah, this is fixed. So
That may
pretty
be
much have to be.
How come this is broke?
This is where it's at right here,
This cracked and broke
which is where.
right here.
Oh shit! You need the whole damn thing.
It's broke.
That's clutch pack, isn't it? Is that clutch material?
That's solid.
It doesn't look like metal to me.
Nope.
Magnet, isn't it?
Maybe.
And is that broke there too? It's broke there as well.
Yeah, it's cracked. Yeah. That's some kind of rubber. Okay. Like a rock crusher.
There he's gone.
So the bearings that are shot are inside this fan clutch assembly with this pulley on the outside of it here. We can't quite get this apart because it requires a special spanner wrench that we don't have right there. And it's
Zoom in on that.
very rusted. So we don't have an appropriate spanner. You know, if we got that apart, we could probably get the bearings just about anywhere that are required and reassemble this. There is another thing, this cooling assembly is cracked badly all the way around. This is pretty shot.
Now this is out of an 09D 4500.
We think this is a Horton fan clutch assembly.
We can't find any parts for it anywhere.
Yeah,
Part supply at all.
There's no part numbers
Listed
on
on it.
any of it.
To give us a go to a starting point.
We were hoping when we pulled it out and we started looking at it that we'd find part numbers.
We did made it up as far as Tok in Alaska, so we are up in Alaska. So Scott's flying back home to Oregon on Wednesday. So we're going to try and see what maybe we can search out before he leaves. He is flying out of Fairbanks, so we might have to take a trip to Fairbanks, which is a 5-hour drive one way. See what we can come up with. I'm sure there's some bus companies there. Get a hold of MCI and see what they can do to set us back up again, and so we can get this back together again.
Yeah. If we had the spanner, we could get that apart. We could get some part numbers off some bearings and get some new bearings in there. That might be the shortest path. Perhaps we can get the spanner tool required in Fairbanks, or we get on Amazon maybe and order it in. It'll be here in a couple days. We're making a spanner wrench. Let me show you a little video here. Messing with this homemade spanner. It's not working. We already bent it.
I mean, the whole idea is a great idea, but I don't see anything in there. I mean,
There you go.
the key is that we can't give up on
Here, push
what
it in
we're
there.
trying to do, right?
Push it in there. Got it in there?
Yeah. But
It's gonna bend.
yeah, it's fine. Makes me wonder if I can
He's squawking. Says the thunderstorm's coming.
You can hear that. No worries.
Yeah, we've got. This is interesting. We never looked at the.
And how do you punch
Back
that
side
out?
of
How
this
do you push
fan.
it out of there?
Well, there's a snap ring there. This is the back side of the fan, and we just realized that there's magnets all the way around this thing. This bearing's shot, so that's easy. We still have not gotten the clutch apart. With the pulley, there's a bearing that's shot in that as well. These don't look that great either. So that's the spindle nut that's all rusted in there, and it's really close, we found out, to a Ford spindle nut socket removal tool, but the Ford's just a little bit bigger. We could not find one the right size, and so we took an old socket, ground it up. We're trying to make a custom tool.
Okay, so we got to keep in mind here we're 5 hours from any sort of service whatsoever up here in Alaska.
Yeah, so we got to do a bush, it's called a bush fix.
Yep, this is
Oh. Get it right center.
Yes.
Going
Yes.
down on there, isn't it?
Yep. Solid. And look at the hammer. I mean, even the bush hammer. This is from the early Viking days.
It's not quite square. You need a little bit more right over here. All right. Now we're going to get an impact and rattle that off there, maybe. Well, we got it apart. Yep. Now we got to inspect these bearings and stuff and see if we can assess why this was loose. We stopped up the street at Willard's RV repair, and there's lessons all over the place here about why you should take it easy on these roads. RVs in here with stuff busted, axles. Somebody's got a spindle busted over there on their van. There's a fifth wheel in there getting something welded up on it. It's crazy.
No matter what it has.
Yeah, this guy probably ended up in a ditch.
Yep, probably. Probably been sitting here about 6 months. All right, just a little update for what's going on with the fan hub and where we're at. So this morning I got up and spent better part of the morning making many phone calls into the U.S., into Fairbanks, because we're so isolated, so to speak, out here in Alaska. Getting things in is rather difficult. UPS will deliver to Fairbanks, which takes 2 days to a week, but then they won't take it anywhere else except into the main part of Alaska. So what's really cool about the bearings and the 3 bearings we needed, we found them. And so in several places, but they won't do USPS. So, which is the cheapest way to get them, and actually the fastest, because it will get delivered to where we're at right now. So we reached out to our bus family, which was really cool, and then somebody happened to be in the area. He picked them up and shipped them out USPS within 2 hours of the call. So now we're in a 3-day wait to put it all back together and do the best that we can and see if we can get the fan hub back up and running. We reached out to companies in Fairbanks with really good responses and attitudes about trying to help us out, but because of where we're at and where they're at, things are very difficult to find within the bus world. Even as new as this bus is, as a 2009 D4500, none of the bus companies had what we need for a fan hub, being electric. Now the neat part about a lot of the older stuff, being Horton, a lot of the stuff they do have is Horton. So food for thought for where it's at. And Horton, for some parts of it, I found out, is interchangeable with Linig, which is what ours is, a 2-stage electric fan, and it is interchangeable to some degree. But we managed to find the bearings we need, and we've got them shipped out with a 3-day shipping window, so we're hoping to have things back together, or at least worked on by the weekend. So today's Tuesday. Okay, so one of the things that we can't seem to locate and find is the cooling fins. The one that's on the fan hub right now is extremely deteriorated and broke up because the fan hub was wobbling so much with the speed it was doing. So we're going to try and do a backyards fix, so to speak, with maybe some JB weld. We tried to look for an aluminum welder, but because this is so beat up, anyways, we're going to go with what we've got, because one, we can't find it. So if anybody knows of anything with the Linig, that idea of where we're at would be great, or a suggestion would be greatly appreciated. But stay tuned. Here we go.
For the cooling fins, right?
For the cooling fins.
Cooling fins, or maybe the entire fan clutch.
Or yeah, the entire fan clutch would be handy. We did get a part number, at least from MCI, being LA1.2.0173Y is the fan hub, 2-speed electric fan hub we're looking for. It's a Linig made. So MCI moved from Horton to Linig, two-stage electric fan,
Electromagnetic.
electromagnetic.
So yeah, if anybody's got a line on that, the cooling fins or the whole, clutch assembly, that would be good. Comment, let Doug know.
Yeah,
So
we could
just-
sure use that.